I was brushing my teeth when the first email arrived. Your eBay contact information has been updated. Then another. Your eBay username has changed. By the time I reached my computer, that sinking feeling confirmed my worst suspicions. Someone had hijacked my account on a platform I hadn't actively used in nearly a year. eBay, sure, not exactly the crown jewel of my digital life at that time. But as I frantically initiated a chat with customer support, a darker realization crept in. If someone could so easily commandeer my dormant eBay presence, what happens when AI agents start shopping with full autonomy? What I was experiencing as a manageable violation suddenly felt like a preview of something much worse. 3 separate fraud prevention companies approached me in the last couple of weeks, each warning about distinct security gaps opening up as AI agents start shopping independently. While traditional e-commerce fraud targets payment systems and user accounts, but agentic commerce creates entirely new vulnerabilities. Agents themselves can be compromised. They can be weaponized at scale and used to bypass decades of security infrastructure. The solutions are still emerging, but I want to talk about what we know right now about the breaks in the facade and what's possible. Let's jump in. The new nightmare scenario is straightforward. You've authorized ChatGPT to handle routine purchases with your credit card. A fraudster compromises your AI agent's account, not your Amazon account, not your credit card, but your actual ChatGPT sidekick yourself. Now they have a tireless digital worker that can attempt thousands of transactions at machine speed, shipping products worldwide before you finished your morning coffee. This isn't the only new vulnerability. As agents begin communicating directly with merchant systems through protocols like MCP, we're opening doors that didn't exist 2 years ago. Without proper authentication standards, which largely don't exist yet, fraud rings could bypass web interfaces and attack retailer APIs directly. The verification challenge multiplies. Retailers need to verify not just the human behind a transaction, but the agent's legitimacy. Who built this agent? What code is it running? Has that code been tampered with mid-session? What exactly did the human authorize the agent to do? Global identity verification company TrulyU describes this as verification chain of custody, and companies need to consider how they can establish trust with their user base. In the words of TrulyU's Chief Product Officer Zach Cohen, all to make sure that the people and businesses who are entering those platforms and ecosystems are who they say they are. Why traditional defenses fall apart. Here's what kind of stops working in our existing risk ecosystem. It's so easy to deepfake these days. And I saw from one of these companies that I spoke with a really chilling video of a fraudster completely bypassing KYC, know your customer verification requirements. You know, when you get asked to verify your identity by holding up your driver's license next to your face or something like that, that can be spoofed now with software that's available on the black market. So the existing systems that we have to verify people can be bypassed. CAPTCHA verification can get solved by AI. AI can mimic normal shopping patterns really easily so it doesn't look like fraud to your bank or credit card company. And account bans mean nothing when you can just go and instantly create a whole bunch of new agents and accounts in seconds. So retailers, as with any other company that does business on the internet, faces a really difficult choice. Many have spent years and lots of money building sophisticated systems to block all of this bot traffic, but now they also need to consider welcoming legitimate shopping agents while at the same time stopping malicious ones. Sure, you're crushing it on Amazon and Walmart, but what about Kroger, Instacart, and the fast-growing regional grocers? Acosta Group builds holistic media plans on real shopper behavior across all the US retailers that your brand cares about. From digital shelf to retail media to data analytics, Acosta Group offers end-to-end connected commerce, all under one roof. Learn more at acosta.group and tell them Retail Media Breakfast Club sent you. That's ACOSTA.group. So let's talk about what kind of solutions are being built right now. I mentioned Riskified, which is really setting its sights on detecting fraud at checkout, but there's a couple of other companies that are approaching various fraud issues differently. A company called World ID is taking a more extreme approach that relies really on consumer adoption. And what they do is physical iris scanning at real life locations using this device called an orb. And the idea is that physical iris scanning is an unfakeable human verification system. And so what you would end up with is a dynamic, private, completely anonymized ID. And the head of product at World ID, Tiago Sada, told me we need a blue check mark that actually works. And so this is a consumer-driven solution that might work if it gets massive adoption. Another company, Truly You, is taking a different tack in establishing trust in the digital and agentic future. Its digital agent passport is designed to establish trust in the actions of AI agents. It verifies who built the agent, where it originated. From there, Truly You can connect, monitor, and validate an agent across different activities and platforms like merchant websites, payment platforms, and crypto transactions. And so that functions essentially as a thin digital wallet where identity protocols, credentials, permissions, and consents are embedded and carried by the agent. So this is the kind of infrastructure that's needed to differentiate between legitimate behavior and compromised behavior. So it's coming, but how soon? The most aggressive projection I've seen so far is from PayPal, who projects that 25% of e-commerce will be agent-driven by 2030, and that's about $2 trillion in transactions. That gives us 5 years to solve problems that we're only just beginning to understand. These three companies I spoke with are placing different bets, some on biometric verification, others on agent authentication protocols, still others on behavioral analysis that can distinguish legitimate from malicious automation. What's clear is that the traditional approach of blocking first and asking questions later won't work. What's required are new trust systems designed for humans to work with artificial entities that can be compromised, cloned, or weaponized.